Zio's 2023 DDoS Insights report found that DDoS attacks in the first part of 2023 were up 200% from the previous year, with multiple industries irreversibly impacted. Now imagine running an e-commerce store pulling in 5k every single day. Life's pretty good, right? But here's a twist. One day, out of nowhere, your site crashes from a DDoS attack. Not only are you watching potential sales drain away, but the customer backlash starts rolling in immediately. Angry tweets, refund requests, and to top it all off, you're now shelling out extra cash just to fix this mess. This isn't just a scary story. Recently, Cloudflare reported a new rapid reset attack, a digital menace that can send websites spiraling. It's a wake-up call for all e-commerce businesses out there. Now, I bet you're asking yourself, what can you do about it? Well, this is precisely what we're going to cover in this video. We'll be using Cloudflare's DDoS protection services and seeing exactly what they offer. But in short, Cloudflare automatically detects and mitigates distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks using its autonomous edge. Now, before we go any further, this is a sponsored video by Cloudways, but I'm going to give you no opinions on what we're covering. I'm just going to simply demonstrate how it all works, and then you can make a more informed decision if you want to add this feature to your account. Let's kick things off by taking a quick look at the pricing structure when it comes to Cloudflare. We have a free account which offers DDoS protection and a lot of other features, but they do go up then to business accounts and pro accounts and enterprise and so on. So if you find there are extra features that you need, you may want to take a look a little bit deeper. And installing and setting everything up, while it's not necessarily that complex, it does require a certain level of understanding exactly what you're doing and how it all needs to be configured. But there's an easier way if you're a Cloudways customer. We can do it directly inside our own account and access this from as little as $5 per month. So let's take a look at how we do that. The first thing you'll need to do is log into your Cloudways account, come to the server that you want to attach this to, and then open up your applications, find the application that you want and open it up to get the settings, and then come down to the option for Cloudflare on the left-hand side. And you see this tells us now what Cloudflare Enterprise, which is what we're going to be using, will give us. First of all, let's take a quick look at what we have. We've got a CDN or content delivery network. You've got various different options for image optimization, mobile optimization, and so much more. But you also have that all-important DDoS protection as part of this account. So you can see prices for 1 to 4 domains start at $4.99, but they do drop the more domains you add. So that's a per domain price, so bear that in mind. So all you need to do is put in the domain that you want to attach this to. So for this example, I'm going to drop in my domain. Once you do that, all we need to do is select enable, and that will go and enable the account. That will then connect everything up to Cloudflare, and everything should be ready for them to move on to the next step, which is setting our domain up to work alongside Cloudflare. There we go. After a few moments, Cloudflare has now been set up on our domain. So the next thing we need to do, like I said, is connect everything up to our domain and make a few changes there. This is going to be dependent upon who your registrar is. In this example, I'm going to be using Namecheap, but whoever you use will give you access to make these changes to your account. And if you're stuck with any of these, simply contact the support for your domain registrar, and they should be able to help you out easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on View CNAME Records. And this will now give us our records. So you can see, point your domain to Cloudflare. This will tell you what you need to do and what information you need to copy over. And as you can see, you can simply copy any of this over so you don't make any mistakes with the actual text and information that needs to be transferred over to your domain. Inside my Cloudflare account, we're going to go to the advanced DNS section. And inside there, you can see any or all of the current records that I have enabled are showing inside here. Now for ease, I'll also link to the Cloudways documentation on how to set all of this up for yourself. The link will be in the description down below. There's a couple of things we need to do before we transfer this new information over. First of all, any records, A records or CNAME records that point to an IP address, as you can see here, we need to remove those to make sure we don't have any conflicts. So I'm simply going to click on delete in both of these. So I'll select both of them, choose my actions and choose remove. And now we basically have nothing on this. So we can transfer over the relevant information now from our Cloudways account. And there we go. I've now updated everything to point to the right server. So everything should now be set up. Now this can take up to 24 hours for this to complete. And what we're going to do is we're going to hop back over into our Cloudways account and update to make sure that everything is in place the way it need be. So once you're back into your account, you can see all we need to do is click on this little refresh and we can see and monitor exactly when the domain goes from being not live to being live, and then we can move on to the next stage. So we'll let that go through and complete everything, and then we'll come back and move on to the next stage. So once everything has finished, you'll see your domain or domains will be listed here. Now, if you want to add additional domains, you can do that incredibly easily by clicking the Add Domain option, pop in the domain like we've done in the past, click Enable, and go through exactly the same process with the second, third, fourth domains and so on. And as you can see, the price gets cheaper per domain once you kind of start to get more domains on here. If you want to find out a little bit more, we can hop over into the overview, and this will show you the bandwidth you're using on Cloudflare. It'll also show you can purge the cache should you have any issues or you make some updates they don't necessarily show. You can purge that here. And if you want to, you can configure or reconfigure the smart cache. Hopping into the settings, you'll see inside here we've got a range of different options with regards to how we can optimize the site with CDNs. But if we scroll to the bottom, you'll see we've got an under attack mode. So if you find that your site is under attack from a layer 7 DDoS attack and you want to make sure that this isn't going to cause a problem, you can enable this feature, check exactly what's going to be allowed in and what's not going to be allowed in. But this should help you in the eventuality that you do get hit by a DDoS attack or layer 7 DDoS attack at least. So read that, take the time to understand what this means. Now, what else do you actually get when it comes to the security side of things? Well, first of all, you get priority DDoS mitigation. Cloudflare's DDoS protection against layer 7, website, layer 4 application, and layer 3 network, which handles millions of requests and blocks attackers and bots from impacting websites. You also get a web application firewall, or the WAF, which provides an extra layer of security by filtering and monitoring HTTP traffic between the application and the internet. Again, it provides a layer 7 website control and protects from attacks like cross-site forgery, cross-site scripting or XSS, file inclusion, and SQL injection. You also get reserved IPs for Cloudways customers. So if you buy this through Cloudways, you'll get access to the integration of all Cloudways having a unique Cloudflare IP address. This means your site will not be sharing an IP with adult or spam sites that might use the regular Cloudflare network. Always very useful. You also get automatic SSL provisioning. Pre-configured wildcard SSLs are now available with the Cloudflare integration. And unlike Let's Encrypt SSL certificates, which require you to point the domain to the server to install the SSL, users will have SSL on their site before they even take their website live on Cloudways via DigiCert. This means long-term peace of mind for the users with regards to SSL renewals, compared to Let's Encrypt SSL, which requires a renewal every 3 months. And these certificates will be issued for a year and will be automatically renewed at Cloudflare. Now, on top of that, you also get the Cloudways security features that come as part of the free plan. So, vulnerability scanner, so you'll get notified instantly whenever vulnerabilities appear in WordPress core, plugins, or themes. The scanner, powered by PatchStack, detects issues and notifies you so you can stay ahead of threats with continuous auditing and timely recommendations. You get server-level firewall, so all servers hosted on Cloudways are safeguarded by OS-level firewalls courtesy of SureWall, which meticulously filter out malicious traffic, ensuring a robust barrier against intruders. You also get regular security patches that perform regular OS patches on your server, and this ensures a secure, managed cloud server that avoids vulnerabilities. So basically, if you're looking to secure your website, avoid having issues with DDoS attacks, and just increase the overall security, and you'd like to use Cloudflare and you're a Cloudways customer, this is probably the easiest way to set everything up with minimal time and effort, as I've demonstrated in this video. Now, as always, all applicable links are in the description down below. My name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.